Black Sabbath is definitely worthy of the title Godfathers of Heavy Metal. Singer Ozzy Osbourne, guitarist Tony Iommi, drummer Bill Ward, and bassist Geezer Butler originally made up the band Earth, but soon changed their name to a more suitable one, Black Sabbath, in 1969. Formed as a blues rock band, the group soon adopted the Black Sabbath moniker and began incorporating cult themes with horror-inspired lyrics and tuned-down guitars. Their heavy riff bass songs, loud volume, and extremely dark and demonic subject matter all embodied the key aspects of the heavy metal image. The themes expressed in Sabbath songs, such as war, social chaos, and the supernatural, differed from the flower power pop acts of the 1960s. The release of their debut album in 1970 marked the beginning of heavy metal. Black Sabbath earned the band their status as the Godfathers of Heavy Metal. The album was released on Friday the 13th and was completely different from any other rock album ever created. The tolling bell and ominous thunderstorm on the opening track, in addition to the banshee screams, power chords, and bass rumbles heard throughout the album, contributed to a horror sound that was unheard of at the time. Little did Sabbath know that this album would be the catalyst for a new direction in rock. The band's next release, Paranoid, was even bigger than their initial release and quickly reached number 1 in the UK. The album featured songs such as Paranoid, Iron Man, and War Pigs. War Pigs was an anti-war song, specifically an anti-Vietnam statement. Black Sabbath and Paranoid were released only 7 months apart and steered rock into a heavier new direction. Groups such as Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and other upcoming bands claimed to be raised on the sound of Sabbath. Young rebellious kids who felt excluded by society were the ones who related to Black Sabbath's heavy songs the most and became the band's growing fan base. Osbourne's regular use of alcohol and other drugs led to his dismissal from the band in 1979. The band soon replaced him with vocalist Ronnie James. Although Ozzy Osbourne got his reputation as a crazy performer and heavy drug user, he was not the only one in the band living this lifestyle. The whole band would go on their binges day and night. They took Quaaludes, acid, booze, and a whole lot of cocaine. The person most affected by the drugs and alcohol was Ozzy, according to Butler and Iommi. Osbourne's capacity of self-destruction was getting worse and worse, and if he had not left the band by 1978, his health condition could have been tragic. Black Sabbath set the standard for heavy metal bands. Their work was not overly complex, but it was loud and powerful. Their first 2 albums, Black Sabbath and Paranoid, were the first to create the heavy metal sound. Heavy alcohol and drug use, partying, and the general lifestyle of the band contributed to their godfather status of heavy metal. Ozzy Osbourne, also known as the Prince of Darkness, gained his title from his ridiculous stage antics, which included biting off the heads of live animals. Ozzy and the rest of the group's music and lifestyle solidified themselves as the godfathers of heavy metal.